online thing. Oh, YouTube, okay. Let's go training. Okay. Then it's live. Okay. Okay, shall we start? Good morning again. Do we really have only 1, 2? And where's the third one? Okay. Right. Okay, you're all very welcome. Let me close here. Okay. I'm sorry, but no, yeah. Welcome also to those who are online. Where do I look? Yeah, to the online people. So the two of you will be writing only for video? Yeah? Okay. And who of you will be writing for video as well as for radio? No? You? Renate. Okay. So this is then the first day for the three of you of 3 days, and the last day of the others. You will also be doing video. Okay. So I have to remember.
Some of them are both radio and video.
Yeah. So it seems Renate and De La Quelari and the two of you, whom we will get to know now. So you are having to be on the spot a little bit today because you are for both. Okay. Please will you tell us, so you have to show them, so your name and where you normally work. The mic. Morning, Christo. Thank you.
Well, my name is Anna Shivutia. At the moment, I am unemployed, apart from working for Namcol as an online content developer for arts and design.
Okay.
Good morning, colleagues. I'm Tange Shafani. I'm currently unemployed, apart from Exwal, the same as she did, but I'm specialized in woodworking.
Woodworking?
Yeah.
Where did you learn that?
At Nemt.
Where? At
Nemt.
Nemt? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, actually having work at the moment is like a special privilege. Being unemployed is something that became very normal in the last few years, right? So, all right. So, De La Quelari. This is Miss De La Quelari. The quest. Yeah. Is there something that you can do that you think few people can do? What is there that you can do that few people can do?
I haven't thought about that.
Anything
Maybe
at all?
I'm not sure about my capabilities. I don't know.
There must be something that you can do that few people can do.
I
No?
think of anything.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah.
Is there? What about you? What's there that you can do that few other people can do? You see, we have to use our strengths. we have to put it into what we do, because it makes your perspective unique. There's two things that I can do that few people can do. One is very embarrassing, but for the sake of having you relaxed, I will show you. There's two things. So I will show you the embarrassing one. Okay? I can make my face like Donald Duck. Yeah? You want to see it? Like Donald Duck. Yeah. Yeah? Yes, but I don't want the online people to see. But they are part of us, so maybe I have to show it. I haven't done this in a long time. It's something that I did from school. Okay, here goes. Okay. What is there that you can do that few people can do in memes? Because you grow up with it. You grow up with it and you know that, one can do his pinky like this and one can do his nose like, what do they do? The tongue. Yeah. Things like, yeah, anything. Okay, who can share with us something that they can do that others cannot easily do? I mean, can you do your face like Donald Duck? No, only me. So tell me what you can do that others cannot do. Because if you tell me, I will tell you the other thing that I can do, that I'm sure not few of you, not many of you could do.
I think many people can do it, but one of my strengths is I can adapt to any culture or tradition I'm thrown into. Like if I come to a new tribe or new country, I adapt faster than most people.
How is that? How did you get that ability?
I think is actually going to school with a bunch of international students.
That would have been
yeah.
helping. Yeah. So people who travel are usually nice people because they get to know other cultures and they see that actually we're all the same, right? That the things are the same. That's where you learn that people, it's not that Chinese people are like this and American, yes they are. Not like it's really into different countries, but it is people. You get people who are like this and people who are like this. And you learn to adjust when you get to know them. Yeah, thank you very much. You are the first recipient of day. So, and because they have papers on, I can throw them, right? I'll be careful. Okay. Why would they not be sweets? No, the classroom would be empty. I cannot have that. No. Okay, who else can share with us something that they can do that is an ability that has either served them in some way or it's just simply different? Yeah? Yeah. Oh, we have someone new. Where did you come from? Were you here all the day?
No, I just arrived.
You just came in?
Yes.
Please come forward. Tell him what he's going to do. I am heartfelt to inform you that we have started without you.
Yeah.
Yes, and there are, I'm sure, very deserved circumstances. We know that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, you're going to show us 2 push-ups.
Oh,
Yeah?
you have my death in your conscience.
Your death?
Yes.
I wouldn't have your death on my conscience. I will have your health on my conscience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Push-up is very healthy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Try it.
Yes, please.
Okay, you said 2.
Yes.
Let's go.
Woo! He's an expert. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, his death on my conscience. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Woo! You may come again late tomorrow. What is your name?
Claude.
Claude Van Damme. Claude, you need energy. Yeah. It needs lots of energy. Okay, welcome, Claude. What is there that you can do that we cannot do? Push-ups. Yes, that's for sure. All right. Okay, who's next? Cindy. Mike?
Ryder, Mike.
I don't really know if this is really something that most people don't do, but it's overcoming fears.
How do you do that?
For instance, I studied in China. First time getting on a plane, was scared. I can't use the word, but you can get the flow of it going.
Terrifying.
Yes, was terrified. But I still got on the plane and did it, adapted to new cultures. Say, I also had social anxiety, but I still did it anyway. So I can't swim. Getting on boats, it's another fear for me, but I'll do it anyway, just for the sake of doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're not scared of fear.
basically.
That's a fantastic thing to have. Very good. It just means that anything you will approach it without fear. That is a fantastic ability. Well done. So how long were you in China?
4 years.
4 years. My goodness. Now you've overcome everything. Sure. So do you speak the language? Oh, ni hao. That's all I know. Right? Is Japanese? What is ni hao Japanese? Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. So, Risto. Did you put your hand up? You put your hand up. What is there that you can do that others cannot do? There must be something. Except for being a microphone courier. It's off. The mic is off.
Okay. Let me think. Can I have 5 minutes?
No!
Okay, let me sit down first.
I'm sure you have it already.
I don't know, but I don't have anything.
Is that possible? Is there? Okay. You have your 5 minutes to think.
Yeah,
Esther?
thank you, Esther.
Okay, I just remembered. I can come to your house 5 times, but I won't remember this. The next time I come to your house, I'll still call and ask for directions.
Directionally challenged.
Yeah. Or I can meet you and then we chat nice the whole night, the whole day, and tomorrow I don't know you. Like for real. I'll just forget you. It's the truth.
Why do you think is that?
I'm not sure if I don't look, maybe I don't pay attention, I don't know. Sometimes I really, really try, like for directions. I will go to Stop and Shop so many times, but if I am to go there like now, I will have to think or call somebody or just be in the call with someone so that I can go to Stop and Shop. But I've been there so many times. I don't know what, yeah.
We spoke earlier about forgetting things. Why do we forget things? She said you don't observe. She said it herself, you don't observe. Selective memory. So it's not important enough for you to remember.
No.
Because you have your brain there. You have your brain. So it's not that it's not there, but you choose maybe not.
Not really, because sometimes that something is so important to me, like it's important. And I think I also I'm now conscious that I'm forgetful. So it just messes up my whole thinking capability. Like, before I drive, I'm already confused. Kind of.
So you have told yourself.
Maybe.
What do they call it? There's a word for it. Self-prophecy? No, there's something. Self? It's like you have already told yourself, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
And you believe yourself.
I do. I do.
Was it like that from childhood?
Childhood, I never used to go anywhere. I was in the village. So you don't really go far. Now coming to Windhoek, maybe I had a fear. I don't know if it's a fear or I'm just forgetting.
So it's so overwhelming that you just don't start.
I only know where I live.
Thank God for that. Thank you. You know, a few years ago, was it 3 years ago now? There was, thank you for sharing. They say in the AA, how do they say? What do they say in the AA? I am Esther and I forget. And they say what? I, Esther. Yeah, okay. A few years ago, there was a person who got, apparently when you go somewhere, your mind makes associations. Okay, here at the tree you turn. At this red house you do what. And so what do you do in space? Because there are no markers. And a few years ago, there was a man who got the Nobel Peace Prize for something that he did, a thesis or what, on the ability of the human brain to navigate in space. Because apparently your mind saves that route. So if you've done something once, your mind finds a way to make markers. When you go again, it reinforces. So every time you take this route, it is reinforced. Again with dementia, that's why sometimes they get arrested because suddenly they turn up at somebody's door and they say, get out of this house, this is my house. Because they have forgotten all of the years in between and they are now, thinking it's their house and then they get arrested because somebody else lives there. So, so this person must have found out that our brain, or the brains of the astronauts or what, they actually also developed that ability.
Okay, so direction-wise, I have the same problem as Miss Esther, but I'm very good with faces and names. Once you tell me your name once and I see your face, I never forget it.
Do you make associations?
I think so. I always associate them with something of either their character or like, what is it, body part that stood out. And then I remember it for that.
Okay. With what do you associate me?
I'm sorry, but you have like a hippie vibe to you.
Hippie.
Yeah, like bohemian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
island. Yeah.
That's interesting. Thank you. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I've been told I'm a free spirit, so I think it's something like that. Yeah. Anane. So I may stand here and say, I'm Lynette the linguist. You're thinking, no, Lynette the hippie. Yeah? Our nonverbal communication tells more about us than our words. Okay.
I know two unique things about me. The first one is I can be in big trouble, but I keep calm. I could be late for an examination, but I still tell myself that you're already late, so just keep calm before you start freaking out and forget everything in your head. The second thing is I can make a whistle sound I can scream and it will sound like a whistle.
Oh, can you show us?
Okay, just a moment. Okay, now my voice is off.
Where did you learn that?
I grew up in the village, so I was forced to take care of the goats, and knowing that I can't whistle, I had to make a plan about it just to get control of the goats and the cows.
Wow, that's a nice ability to have.
Thank you.
Okay. Claude.
Yes. I have a problem with names, remembering people's names.
Ah,
Okay. Please don't laugh at me. I'm going to tell you a small story.
okay.
Years back, I had a date. You see? Now you're laughing
I'm
already.
sorry, it was years back.
Okay. Way back, I had a date,
Okay.
and then we went to a restaurant. Then I realized that I couldn't remember the name of my date. So all this time, we're having a conversation. She's mentioning my name. Claude.
Was it a blind date?
Not a blind
You knew
date.
her before?
Yes. But I could not remember the name of my date. So, and making things worse, I met a friend of mine at the restaurant who saw me. And then he came, oh, Claude, how's it? Who's this gentle lady, beautiful lady here? Then I was like, she can introduce herself.
Yeah. At least you're a fast thinker.
And you know what? I didn't get a second date.
I'm not surprised. She realized. Yeah. Because maybe this time, if you didn't want to remember, maybe.
But with names, it's true. One day, I went to the studio to record, but he forgot my name. But we are always together.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing.
You know it's
Not
true.
a joke.
Woo, sorry about that. Now she's keeping it. I must not do it again. I didn't. I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't. That's unforgivable. Okay. Anyone? Yeah? Yeah, your 5 minutes must be finished now. Ooh. Issues. No, all of us are unique. All of us are special. All of us could do anything. So you have to stand out somehow. You will catch up. Okay, that's good. Right, let's start with Justine. Justine, can you tell us, and this is where we have Claude, Claudia. We have a Claudia as well. Thank you for your comment. She says, I love the spirit of the participants there. Maria Nina from Okahanya says, good morning, everyone. Memes also says, good morning. Please make use of the live chat. Yes, please be part of us from online. Justine, don't give me a frown like that. I'm not going to do something bad. Just tell me one thing that you learned yesterday. Yesterday was your first day. Tell us one thing that you learned.
If there's one thing I learned, I think it's when you're writing your script, you shouldn't have too many. You shouldn't have too many learning outcomes or is it learning objectives, because otherwise that makes your lesson very long and too detailed. That one.
Yeah.
That's one.
One is good. So the learning outcomes
must be brief and not too many.
Yeah, because it helps you focus in the script. Okay. Renette, you're hiding here with memes. What did you learn in either of these 2 days?
Yes, I've learned that the voices that you use must not be the same. They must be
diverse.
Inflection, then showing the different emotions. If
Intonation.
Yeah, intonation, if there is any emotion and so forth.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So voices must put emotion into the content, what you're saying. So, Esther, can you remember anything that we had so far?
Yeah. I remember that yesterday you said jokes, a little bit of jokes which are related to the content, which you are writing the script for.
Yeah.
Important.
Thank you. That will do. Mims, are there any things that you received online from any of the participants?
No, nothing yet. The questions on that?
It was for the activities and the examples and the jokes. Yeah. De la Colare. What did you learn so far? No, it must be from the heart. It mustn't be from your notes.
Okay. I learned that when narrating a speech, the tone of the voice must exactly fit the speech, and it shouldn't be used, say for instance, maybe loud or shout where it's not supposed to shout, or maybe deep where it's not supposed to be deep. The flow of the voice, the tone, and...
So it must be natural.
Yeah, it must be natural.
Okay.
And it shouldn't seem as if you are reading, especially the narrators.
Unfortunately, we hear that on the news every night, on the radio news. Yeah. Thank you. Anna, you are new. You are new. Yeah.
I learned that nonverbal communication, is more than our verbal communication in total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sounds and body language is 55% more than what we actually speak.
Ah, it's very exact. Well done.
I learned about nonverbal communication, but using silence as a way to create tension and suspense.
Yeah, and to help the message to sink in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Silence is one way of communicating because it also has a message. Okay, I can collect empty papers. Okay, now we are with Christo. Yeah?
Okay, what I learned the past 2 days is that whenever we plan for a lesson, we should make sure that it's presented in a logical order, and that we should always try to start from the unknown to the known, and to have...
No, from the known to the unknown.
Yeah, not the other way around, sorry, I just want to see whether you are concentrating or not. Yeah, that's basically all, and that we should have relevant activities and examples to show to the learners and make more of the sounds than just talking about the sound.
That's right. We
Makes
cannot
us-
talk about sounds if they are there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Okay. Actually, I will give you 2 because you rattled them off like that very well.
Thank
Mr. Walter, today you are sitting this side. What have you learned so far?
Yeah, morning, colleagues. Even though much has been mentioned, I have learned that when you leave or in closure, try not to leave your audience on a sad note, or leave them in a much high note, or so to say, a happier mood or so that they can relate, and leave them with something that they can grasp or clinch on for the next lesson or so. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. We said earlier, who was it who said that trauma helps us remember something, or trauma makes us remember something. Also, the same with humor. So if before you say goodbye, you can repeat everything and then do the joke, and the joke has that role in a positive way of the trauma, of binding them. So whenever they think of the joke, they think of the content, and they're there with you again. Okay. So whenever they hear that lesson, hopefully it all comes together for them. Okay. Now I have to think.
Favorite.
The favorite. Another favorite. That's right.
I remember also learned that when you're writing your scripts, if you want the narrator to emphasize, so to say, I remember it was told that you can highlight that word, or we can put something in brackets that the person was giggling or the person was frowning or something like that.
Okay, she's saying you give indicators to the one who's going to read it, that this word you have to stress in order to bring out the meaning. Thank you. Anna, why do you describe yourself? You can catch very well, I know.
I'm a netball player.
You're a natural what? Netball player. Well done, you. So why do you describe yourself as Anna the favorite?
I describe myself as such because growing up in my family, I was the favorite among my friends.
Put it closer to you.
I'm saying like that because growing up as a child, I was the favorite among my siblings, so to say.
How many siblings was it?
9.
9?
Yes.
And you were the favorite?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Everybody just favor me. My father, my mother, and all my siblings. Up to now, they favor me. I believe this is just by the grace of God that they're favoring me. I'm also being favored by God. And my name also, Anna, means the one who has been favored, or the one whom God has have grace upon. Maybe that is where it is coming from.
Okay. So you have taken your name and you are living it.
Yes.
Well done. Okay. I have thrown oil ready for you. Yeah. Sydney, the smooth. Mr. Smooth.
Good morning, colleagues.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, mine is learning.
Yeah, I mean, he also said good morning, colleagues. Nobody said good morning, Mr.
I was expecting that, because most of them are teachers,
Yes.
were teachers and so on.
Yeah. So good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, everybody. I can't hear you. That's it. Okay, mine is learning objectives. I make it short and spicy, and then break them in manageable pieces, so to say, and it should not be more than 3 objectives.
Or 4 maximum.
Yeah, maximum 4. Yeah. And another one is the voices that you can change. If you are surprised, or if you are annoyed, authoritative, please pick up that paper. Something like that, and so on.
Exactly. Okay, well done. I think you can have 2 as well. I have only 1. But I can open another one for you.
You decided.
Okay.
Something.
Is it me now?
Please remember the distinction we made between objectives and learning outcomes, because in the way that many people would understand the objective, it's the big objective, isn't it? In the syllabus, whereas the outcomes are the 3 or 4 that you are having for them. Christo.
Christo on me.
Oh, good morning, colleagues.
Good morning, Mr. Christo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I've been here for the past month.
3 days now.
Is it? Was it just 3 days? Feels like a month.
Feels like a month.
Okay.
I hope that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've learned a lot. Let me say, starting from the planning of the lesson series, the entire thing. I was not just a mic man. And what really caught my attention was, when you crack a joke for the listeners, to get the listeners' attention. And the other one is the law of remembering. And the rest was said. I don't have to repeat what others said.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We have that.
And thank you for the sweet, ne?
Yeah. Here it comes. Woo! Ah, that was close. That's a
Something was
sportsman
flying
there.
in the air. I didn't get anything.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but just give it to him. I'm joking. Claude, what did you... Oh, you haven't learned anything, unless you have learned something this morning already.
Exactly.
What have you learned?
I've learned from just listening to everybody here.
What?
What I do every day as an editor of the radio programs. Sorry, maybe I'm going to go a bit out of line, okay? Allow me that because I've been absent. I apologize for that. What I've noticed personally over the years of 14 years in Namcol, editing Namcol radio programs, is the relevance of sometimes of the programs, okay, the content, and most of us how it's delivered. So sometimes there's a lack in one of this area. The content might be good, but the delivery is not good. I'm talking about delivery, I'm talking about the actors, the voice over, okay? Because if it's a program, if a program is good, concise, well written, the biggest part is how it's delivered. It can be good, but it's not well delivered. Most of the people will not like it. Or people turning to radio, listening to program. I believe, I always tell the voiceover, the first 5 seconds or 10 seconds of listening is the most crucial. Yeah. When they don't like it, the tone, the way it's presented, they just turn off or they go to other station. So I was usually tell them radio is not like TV. Because TV, people can see your face. They can see your emotions, your smile. But with radio, your smile, your emotions are in your voice. Your voice has to express everything.
And both either could be good or bad.
Yes.
Because if they don't like your face, then you can't do anything about it, but you've put them off already.
Yes.
So,
yes. So, they have room for improvement. Likely that's why you are here, and we are happy that I believe the colleagues have learned. I'm going to learn from them, from Christo. I will pay him, so I'll bribe him to give me what he has learned during those 2 days. But this is what I've learned from years of editing. Sometimes I feel frustrated because we have voiceover who are not professional. I explain them, I understand. You are not professional actors or voiceover. But you can make it. Because a lot of actors feel today's famous actors, they were not professional actors. They just had the talent that people notice, and the rest is history. So I just try to explain them what we expect from them. Okay, what we expect from them, how the intonation should be, how to bring a program. Sometimes a program that look boring can be brought, can become exciting just by the way, the presenter. Yeah, and on the spot sometimes, if we can, we can sometimes change the flow of the script. The flow of the script, just to make it more interesting. Yeah. So I just hope that with the workshop, there are new things, new life is going to be brought into the programs, and we are going to reach greater heights again.
So we hope that we have inspired them. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Claude.
Okay.
Here it comes. Ooh. All right, please pass on to Florence.
Okay. Okay, what I have learned, what I can remember from yesterday, is the noises to be made that will be related, or that will be
sounds.
The sounds. That's the correct word I'm looking for. The sounds. If, for example, you are teaching about a waterfall, let them hear water running. These things that are need to be incorporated into the lesson, so that at least it gives it an effect of authenticity, something like that. Yeah, and the other thing that I also can remember from yesterday is the fact that once you start this lesson with the learning objectives that you want to be achieved by the end of that particular lesson, the content thereof will then be to address these objectives, and then towards the end, in a form of consolidation, you now say, okay, I wanted you to do this and this and this, or I showed you how to do A, B, C, D, and so on and so on, just to make sure that they can remember what the lesson was all about, and they can remember, or they can recall what important aspects they had to learn from that particular lesson. I mean, those were the most
important,
crucial ones I remember from yesterday.
Thank you, Florence. Right. You can't find it. I'm worried somebody else fungs for you and then you lose it. Ah, I'm sorry. I hope it didn't break.
That's fine.
Okay, you.
What I learned was the importance of the summary at the end. If you miss something in the lesson, at least make sure at the end the summary is proper. And yeah, silence can also be very effective if you use it during the lesson.
Thank you. Yeah, because actually the learners get, and the listeners get 3 opportunities to hear the whole content. They hear the 3 learning outcomes. Then they hear the content of the 3 learning outcomes, and then in the summary they again hear the whole outcome. So you have repeated, you have shown, you have tested. Yeah. So it's a question of making maximum use of the time, the 15 minutes you have available. Right. We, unbelievably, have only 10 minutes to tea. So in this time, I will read to you something. So this is something where, Esther, you have to concentrate very hard. It's about attention span. We know that if we have 15 minutes for a lesson, we want to change this person in this 15 minutes. Every lesson must strive to change the person. You have an opportunity to be broadcast through the world. You have 15 minutes to change that person, the world. Okay, so what is attention span? What is attention span? What is attention span? Let's see if we've got, okay, there's good mornings from Christine and Puise. Good morning, thanks for being with us. What is attention span? Anna. Anna? With your hand not up? Oh, the mic.
I believe is the, sorry, I believe attention span is the duration, how long people can pay attention to what is being said or to actually.
Give me another word for attention.
Yes.
I don't want to hear again attention. We are starting with script writing now.
Attention is the duration.
That you can?
That we can listen to something or observe something or concentrate on anything.
Okay, thank you. It's the word concentrate that I was waiting for. It's the ability, it's the duration of your ability to concentrate on something. Okay, now when you think that you are starting to lose concentration, please put up your hand and keep it there. Okay, I'm going to read to you how to build a simple crystal radio. Okay, are you already excited? Okay. A crystal radio is the distilled essence of a radio. It has very few parts and it needs no batteries or other power source. And it can be built in a short time out of things that you can find around the house. The reason a crystal radio does not need any batteries is the amazing capability of the human ear. The ear is extremely sensitive to very faint sounds. The crystal radio only uses the energy of the radio waves sent by radio transmitters. These radio transmitters send out enormous amounts of energy, tens of thousands of watts, however, because they are usually, concentrating very well, because they are usually far away and have, oh, now my eyes have a problem, and have at most a few hundred feet or of wire for an antenna. The amount of energy we receive with the crystal radio is measured in billions of a watt. The human ear can detect sounds that are less than a millionth of even that. It's done. Was it interesting? But no? What can you remember about this? Tell me what you remember. Something specific. Doesn't he need a battery? Because? So you are putting two facts together. You don't need the battery because of the ability of the human ear. No, a battery gives energy, so it doesn't have to do with the ear. Okay? Okay? But remember something. Okay. Who else can tell me anything specific? She says something about the human ear. It's something about the billions or a billions of something. Millions of something. Of what? Of what? The sound. The ear does not make a sound. What it can hear is a billions of what? Something. 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 Yeah, it's fine. Okay? Anything? No? Okay. What was hard about remembering this message? What was hard? What made it hard? It's an unfamiliar topic. Oh, the microphone. It's on.
It's very unfamiliar. So most of the words you really can't put together for you to remember.
It's like words you hear for the first time.
It's like some words are not even making sense.
Yeah, it's important because these are things that slip into our scripts. Okay, it's words that we don't even use in everyday speaking. It's unfamiliar words that we actually even hear for the first time. Will you pass on to?
I think the content was too much at the same time. You give too much and...
A lot of facts.
Yeah.
A lot of facts, and maybe also the presentation of the facts was like, I'm reading you something. Yeah, yeah. I can be reading well even, but it is just reading, and you can hear that it's reading. There's no emotion into it. Yeah, and as she said, a lot of facts. Problem. Okay, so I hope you're making notes of that. When is it hard? You know, what makes your audience lose attention? Too many facts, reading, monotone. What did you say? Yeah, unfamiliar words. Okay. What else made it hard? Because it is monotone, and because it is reading, and because it's actually not necessarily a topic that you're interested in, you get distracted and you start thinking about other things, right? So distractions can also happen. Okay. However, nobody put their hand up. Why? You kept on listening. So maybe why? Let me not give you suggestions. Why didn't anyone put their hand up to say, You're losing me.
I don't think it was more of you losing us. It was more of I can listen to this, but I'm not interested.
Okay. 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 You see.
I was waiting
To see if it gets better.
I was expecting that it might get better along the way. That's why I kept waiting. Maybe, but
Yeah.
it suddenly died.
Yeah. So no, it is a good point. What does it tell us? It tells us that actually, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not getting better at all. What we see is that actually our audience is very patient, because also with a movie, you don't enjoy this movie, it's really boring, it's really not your thing, but you're hoping it gets better. You give it that opportunity to get better. And often that is, if people do not have something urgent else to do, they'll sit through it. They will hope that it gets better. So, but from your side, give also that respect of making it interesting. They will keep listening as long as it's interesting. So yeah, that is a big thing to do. And now it is tea time. Okay, so is it 15 minutes? 20. All right. 20 past 10. We'll be back here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be back here. Otherwise, Claude is going to have you do push-ups.
There are viewers online.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, so can somebody explain to me? A longer one. Oh, yes. Sorry. Before we break for tea, I wanted to tell you. Thanks for that, Marianina. Do you know? Okay, let me ask you. How long do you think is the average attention span of a high school student? A high school learner. How long, actually, on average, is his and her attention span? How long can they concentrate? 15 minutes? Claude? 5 to 7 minutes? 10 to 15 minutes? 5 minutes? What, 10 minutes? An hour? 20 minutes? So, okay, let me rephrase the question. For how long can the average high school student, learner, focus uninterrupted on a message, on average? 4 minutes, 5, 10? Okay, any more guesses? 7 to 10 minutes. The prize goes to Cindy, the creative, because the average attention span, the average time that a high school student can focus on what you're saying is 10 seconds. You said 4 minutes also. That's right. Can you please pass the Sorry about that. 10 seconds. Now for adults, it is longer, Marianina, as you may have guessed. For an adult, it is longer. How long is it for adults? 2 minutes? 10 seconds still? No, I'm saying it's longer. It's longer for adults. 8 to 10 seconds? So no, it cannot be less than 10 seconds. I'm saying it's longer for adults. We have a 10 minutes. We have a 2 minutes. For what? 4 minutes? 1 minute? 10 minutes? Let's see if anyone else is. What does it mean, VORONG? What does it mean? What is schema? 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. 20. Sorry? 6 minutes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the news is bad. The news is bad. She guessed 1 minute. Unfortunately, it is 17 seconds. It goes up from a high school student of 10 seconds to an adult, 17 seconds.
10 seconds,
No, but I said it's close, it is more. You said 30 seconds. Who said 30 seconds? Did you? She forgot. It doesn't matter, she forgot.
So, Marianina is saying that about 3 minutes for boys, but girls can focus longer in general.
Yeah. Actually, that means that just like that fish dory, okay, you have to keep them, and like I told you yesterday about the dementia people, you have to actually keep them from that this 10 seconds runs into this 10 seconds to this 10 seconds, meaning you have to hold them, grab them in the beginning of the program and hold them, because that means this 10 seconds runs into this 10 seconds until the program is finished. And they don't want to go away because you are holding them. Okay. So with that said, let's be back still at 22, if possible. Thank you. Okay. And yes, I think girls make more an effort of concentrating than boys.
For the online viewers, we will have a tea break, about 20 minutes, so that when you come back, you just log into a new live stream. Thank you.
New live stream?
Lynette, I deserve a sweet as well, because I remember saying that the first second into tuning a radio program is the most important.
You did.